Dr. Olivia Powell floated through the quiet hallway of the USV Horizon, her mind focused on the medical report she needed to finish. The ship's artificial gravity had failed again in the East Wing. The exploration vessel was showing its age, but Olivia loved it anyway. It was home. Her comm unit buzzed. "Dr. Powell to the bridge, urgent," came Commander Eric Daniels' voice. Olivia pushed off a wall and propelled herself toward the gravity-enabled sections. Something in the commander's tone made her move faster. When she arrived at the bridge, she found the crew gathered around the main view screen. On it was a damaged ship, unlike any she had seen before. Its hull was dark metal with red markings that reminded her of war paint. "What do we have?" she asked. Commander Daniels turned to her, his face serious. "Unknown vessel. No response to hails. Life signs detected, but they're faint and fluctuating." "Valkyrian," said Communications Officer Lisa Reeves, her voice barely above a whisper. The word sent a chill through the room. Everyone had heard stories about the Valkyrians. They were the galaxy's most feared warriors, tall, strong, and rumored to fight battles just for the joy of combat. Most species only knew them through violent encounters. "Are you certain?" asked Daniels. Lisa nodded. "The ship design matches the warnings we received from the Altari. This is definitely Valkyrian." "We should leave," said Security Chief Paul Martinez. "Every report says they attack on sight." Olivia studied the damaged vessel. "Those life signs are getting weaker. They need medical help." "Doctor, these are Valkyrians," said Martinez. "They'd kill us rather than accept our help." Commander Daniels rubbed his chin, thinking. "We can't just leave them to die, even if they are Valkyrians." "I'll take a team over," Olivia said. "We'll be armed, but we're going as doctors, not soldiers." 20 minutes later, Olivia led a team of 4 medical staff and 2 security officers onto the Valkyrian ship. The interior was hot and filled with a red mist that their scanners identified as a disinfectant. The walls were decorated with what looked like battle trophies. They found the first wounded Valkyrian in what appeared to be the command center. He was huge, over 7 feet tall with gray skin and a ridge of small horns running along his skull. His breathing was shallow and blue blood seeped from a wound in his side. Olivia approached slowly, her hands visible. The Valkyrian's eyes snapped, open, yellow with thin black pupils. He growled and tried to reach for a weapon but was too weak. "We're here to help," Olivia said calmly. "You're injured." "Leave." "Me." "To die with honor," the Valkyrian managed to say in rough English. "No. Weakness. There's no honor in dying when you could live to fight another day," Olivia replied as she scanned him with her medical device. "I'm Dr. Powell. What's your name?" The Valkyrian stared at her for a long moment. "Krazak, commander of this vessel." "Well, Commander Krazak, you have internal bleeding and organ damage. We need to get you to our medical bay." "The others." "First," he growled. Olivia nodded to her team to continue searching the ship. They found 5 more Valkyrians alive, all badly wounded. As they prepared to move Krazak, he suddenly grabbed Olivia's wrist with surprising strength. "Why help enemies?" "We don't see you as enemies," she said. "We see you as patients." Something changed in Krazak's eyes, confusion perhaps or curiosity. Back on the horizon, the medical bay buzzed with activity as Olivia and her team worked to stabilize the Valkyrians. Their physiology was unlike anything she had seen before. Dense muscle tissue, redundant organs, and an incredibly efficient circulatory system. "Their bodies are basically designed for combat," said Dr. Alan Murphy, examining the scans. "But that wound on Krazak isn't from a battle. It looks like some kind of medical procedure gone wrong." Olivia frowned. For warriors so advanced, their medical care seemed primitive. As she worked to save Krazak's life, she wondered what kind of people valued fighting so much more than healing. She didn't know it yet, but she was about to find out, and change the course of galactic history in the process. Krazak's condition worsened during the night. His breathing became shallow and his blue blood pressure dropped dangerously low. Alarms blared through the medical bay of the USV Horizon. Dr. Olivia Powell rushed to his side, checking the monitors. "He's going into shock. Get me a vascular stabilizer." The medical team moved quickly around her. Dr. Alan Murphy handed her the device. "His system is rejecting our treatments. It's like his body is fighting against us." A voice came from the doorway. "Because it is." Olivia turned to see another Valkyrian standing there. This one was smaller than Krazak but still towered over the humans. He wore what looked like ceremonial armor with medical symbols carved into it. "I am Trekel, ship medic." His voice was rough but clear. "You must stop your treatments. You are killing him. He'll die without our help," Olivia said. Trekel moved closer, looking at the monitors. "Our biology is not like yours. Your medicines are poison to us." Olivia studied the Valkyrian medic. "Then help us understand. Work with us." Trekel seemed confused by the offer. "Why would I share Valkyrian secrets with outsiders?" "Because your commander will die if you don't," Olivia said simply. For a long moment the medical bay was silent except for the beeping of monitors. Then Trekel nodded once. "Valkyrian blood carries small fighting cells that attack foreign substances," he explained. "Your medicines trigger these cells. They will destroy his organs from inside." Dr. Murphy looked up from his scanner. "Like an extreme autoimmune response." Trekel showed them a small device from his belt. "We use enhancers, not healers. Make warriors stronger, faster. Let natural healing work." Olivia examined the device. It looked like a stimulator of some kind. "But your natural healing isn't working fast enough for these injuries." Krazak's monitor alarm sounded again. His largest heart was failing. "I need to try something," Olivia said. "A filtration procedure to clean his blood of our medicines while supporting his organs." Trekel shook his head. "Never been done. Too dangerous." "If we do nothing, he dies," Olivia insisted. "Let me try." Trekel studied her face. "You would risk your reputation for an enemy?" "I told you before. We don't see you as enemies. We see you as patients." The Valkyrian medic stepped back. "Proceed." The procedure was complex. Olivia connected Krazak to a modified life support system that Dr. Murphy quickly reprogrammed. They carefully filtered his blood, removing the human medicines while adding nutrients that Trekel suggested. Commander Eric Daniels watched from the observation window. "Will this work?" he asked when Olivia stepped out to get fresh equipment. "Don't know," she admitted. "Their physiology is amazing but strange to us. They evolved to fight, not to heal." "The rest of the Valkyrians are stable but watching us closely," Daniel said. "If Krazak dies—" "I know," Olivia said, returning. To the medical bay, hours passed. The team worked without rest. Krazak's condition remained critical. Trekel shared what he knew of Valkyrian biology, but his knowledge of healing was limited. Valkyrian medicine focused on making warriors stronger, not saving the wounded. Finally, Krazak's vital signs began to stabilize. His largest heart resumed a normal rhythm. The monitors showed improving organ function. "It's working," Dr. Murphy said, his voice showing relief and surprise. Trekel stared at the monitors in disbelief. "How? Our greatest healers could not have done this." "Sometimes healing requires a different perspective," Olivia explained. "You understand how to make a body stronger. We understand how to fix it when it's broken." When Krazak opened his eyes, the next day he saw Olivia checking his vitals. "I live," he said, sounding surprised. "Yes, your body is very strong, but it needed some help." "You used human medicine on me?" "A combination of your knowledge and ours," Olivia explained. "Trekel helped us understand your biology." Krazak looked confused. "You saved an enemy who would have killed you without thought." Olivia adjusted his medication. "That's what doctors do. We don't choose who deserves care." "Strange concept," Krazak said. "But perhaps there is strength in it I do not understand." Olivia smiled. It was a start. A small bridge between two very different worlds. Days passed as the Valkyrians recovered aboard the USV Horizon. At first, the human crew kept their distance, eyeing the alien warriors with caution. Lieutenant Nathan Carter doubled the security patrols, his hand never far from his weapon. "They haven't shown any aggression," Dr. Olivia Powell told him as she checked supply levels in the medical bay. "Yet," Nathan replied. "These are Valkyrians, Doc. They've destroyed entire colonies." "They're also patients," she reminded him, "and they're starting to talk to us." Indeed, as Krazak regained his strength, his curiosity about the humans grew. He watched Olivia work, asking questions about her equipment and techniques. "Why do you have so many different medicines?" he asked one morning as she changed his bandages. "Valkyrians have enhancers and pain blockers. Nothing more." "Because bodies are complex," Olivia explained. "Different problems need different solutions." Dr. Samantha Wright, the ship's xenocultural specialist, joined them. She had been observing the Valkyrians, trying to learn about their society. "Your kill. Medical technology seems less advanced than your weapons," Samantha noted. "Is there a reason for that?" Krazak's yellow eyes narrowed. "Medicine is not valued among my people. To need healing is to show weakness. The weak do not survive." "But even the strongest warriors get injured," Olivia said. "Yes. Then they fight harder, or they die with honor." Krazak touched the healing, wound on his side. "To be saved by others, this is new to us." Samantha leaned forward, interested. "So your medical technology focuses on making warriors stronger instead of healing them?" "Correct. Enhancement is honorable. Healing was considered weakness." He looked at Olivia. "But you humans view it differently. We believe that healing allows a warrior to fight another day," Olivia said. "The strongest warrior is one who can return from injury, learn from it, and grow stronger." This idea seemed to fascinate Krazak. Later that day, he asked to see the ship's training facility. Commander Eric Daniels approved with security escorts. In the gym, they found several crew members exercising. A physical therapist worked with an engineer who had injured her leg during a repair mission. "What is this?" Krazak asked, watching. "The careful movements." "Rehabilitation," Olivia explained. "After an injury, we rebuild strength gradually." Krazak observed silently. Then he noticed scars on the arm of a nearby security officer. "You were badly wounded," he said to the man. Officer Frank Mason nodded. "Explosion during a mining colony rescue, 3 years ago. Yet you still serve?" "After I healed, I was stronger than before," Frank said. "Not just physically. I learned from the experience." This seemed to deeply affect Krazak. When they returned to the medical bay, the other Valkyrians gathered around him, speaking in their native language. The conversation seemed intense. Treacle approached Olivia afterward. "Our warriors wish to know more about human medicine. This concept of returning stronger after healing. It is strange to us, but interesting." Over the next few days, the atmosphere on the ship changed. The Valkyrians began interacting more with the humans. They shared meals in the common area and observed medical procedures with interest. Olivia found Krazak studying medical texts on a datapad one evening. "Your people's approach to healing," he said without looking up. "It requires much knowledge." "Years of study," she agreed. "Among Valkyrians, our best minds create better weapons, better ships. None study healing." He set down the datapad. "This may have been a mistake." "It's never too late to learn," Olivia said. Krazak was quiet for a moment. "My people have conquered many worlds, Dr. Powell. We are feared across the galaxy." He looked directly at her. "Yet here I am, alive because of human medicine. A paradox." "Not really," Olivia said. "Strength comes in many forms." "Perhaps." Krazak touched the now healing wound on his side. "Perhaps we have much to learn from humans after all." Neither of them knew how soon this idea would be tested, or how important it would become. The alarm blared through the USV Horizon, startling everyone. Multiple ships approaching, announced the voice of Communications Officer Lisa Reeves over the intercom. Valkyrian war vessels, 5 of them. Commander Eric Daniels rushed to the bridge, his face tight with concern. Battle stations, shields up. The crew moved quickly. Lieutenant Nathan Carter organized security teams in case of boarding. In the medical bay, Dr. Olivia Powell and her staff prepared for possible casualties. Krazak stood from his bed. His wounds were mostly healed now. "Take me to the bridge," he told Olivia. "I must speak with them." On the main view screen, 5 massive Valkyrian warships surrounded the horizon. Each was 3 times the size of the human vessel with weapons pointed directly at them. "They're hailing us," Lisa said. Commander Daniels nodded. On screen, the face that appeared was similar to Krazak's but with more elaborate horn ridges. His yellow eyes seemed to burn with intensity. "Human vessel," he growled. "You have taken Valkyrian warriors. Return them immediately or be destroyed." Daniels stepped forward. "This is Commander Eric Daniels of the Earth exploratory vessel Horizon. We found your damaged ship and provided medical assistance to your wounded. They are guests, not prisoners." The Valkyrian commander's eyes narrowed. "Valkyrians need no assistance from lesser species. Return our warriors now." Krazak stepped into view. "Supreme Commander Zarkath, I am Krazak, commander of the scout vessel Fang of Night." Zarkath's expression changed. "Krazak, we believed you lost." "We would have been if not for these humans," Krazak said. "They saved us when our ship was damaged." "Saved?" Zarkath's voice was full of disgust. "You accepted help from humans? This is against our ways." "Their ways are different, but effective," Krazak replied. "Their medicine has value." The bridge was silent. Everyone knew how important this moment was. Zarkath seemed about to speak when another Valkyrian appeared beside him. This one looked older, with faded gray skin. "Supreme Commander," the older Valkyrian said quietly. "Perhaps we should hear more." Zarkath hesitated, then nodded. "Very well. Prepare to receive me, humans. I will see this for myself." 30 minutes later, Zarkath and 2 guards transported aboard the Horizon. They stood tall and imposing in the meeting room, looking down at the humans. Admiral Vincent Lawson had arrived with reinforcements just minutes before. He represented Earth's interests now. "We appreciate your willingness to talk, Admiral Lawson," said. Zarkath ignored him, focusing on Krazak. "Explain yourself, Commander. Why praise human medicine?" Krazak stood straight. "Supreme Commander, I was dying. Our own methods could not save me. The humans used techniques unknown to us." Trikel stepped forward. "They have ways to heal that we never developed. Their approach is indifferent." Zarkath's expression darkened. "And you think we should learn from them? Valkyrians have conquered 100 worlds. We need no lessons from humans." "Perhaps that was true once," Krazak said carefully. "But now—" He stopped, looking at Zarkath closely. Olivia noticed it too. The Supreme Commander's skin had a slight blue tinge. His breathing was shallow. "You are sick," Krazak said suddenly. "All of you." The room went quiet. Zarkath's guards shifted uncomfortably. "It is nothing," Zarkath growled. "A temporary weakness." "No," said the older Valkyrian who had accompanied him. "It is spreading. Half our warrior caste shows symptoms now." "What symptoms?" Olivia asked, her doctor's instincts taking over. Zarkath glared at her, but the older Valkyrian answered. "Weakness, breathing problems, blue skin, internal bleeding." "And our enhancers do not help," Zarkath admitted reluctantly. "Many warriors have died already." Admiral Lawson and Commander Daniels exchanged looks. "We might be able to help," Olivia said. "If you'll let us." "Why would you help us?" Zarkath demanded. "Valkyrians have been enemies to most species." Admiral Lawson stepped forward. "Because that's what humans do. And maybe, just maybe, it's time for that to change." Zarkath looked at Krazak, who nodded. "Slightly. Show me this human medicine," Zarkath finally said. "Prove its worth." No one in that room knew it then, But that moment would change the galaxy forever. 1 week later, Dr. Olivia Powell stood in the shuttle bay of the USV Horizon, watching as crew members loaded medical equipment. Beside her, Dr. Alan Murphy checked inventory lists on his tablet. "Are you sure about this?" he asked. "Going to the Valkyrian homeworld is risky." Olivia nodded. "We've been invited, Alan. That's never happened before. No outsider has ever seen their home planet." Commander Eric Daniels approached them. "The Valkyrian transport will arrive in 30 minutes. Admiral Lawson wants a final briefing." In the conference room, Admiral Lawson paced back and forth. "This mission is now top priority. If you can help the Valkyrians with this disease, it could change our standing in the galaxy." "We're going as doctors, not diplomats," Olivia reminded him. "Everything is diplomacy when dealing with the Valkyrians," the Admiral replied. "Dr. Garcia, what do we know so far?" Dr. Melissa Garcia, the infectious disease specialist who had arrived with Admiral Lawson, pulled up some images on the screen. "From the blood samples Supreme Commander Zarkath provided, we can see it's attacking their cellular structure, but we need more data." Krazak entered the room, now fully recovered from his injuries. "The transport approaches. Are you prepared?" Hours later, Olivia stared out the viewport of the massive Valkyrian warship as it traveled through space faster than any human vessel could manage. The stars stretched into long lines of light. "Our jump technology," Krazak explained, standing beside her. "We can cross great distances quickly." "It's impressive," Olivia said. "Your people clearly put great resources into your military technology." Krazak nodded. "We are warriors above all else." "Which might explain the medical situation," Dr. Garcia said as she joined them. "Your people evolved natural healing abilities, correct?" "Yes. Valkyrians heal quickly from most wounds. It made medicine seem unnecessary until now," Olivia said quietly. Krazak's expression darkened. "Yes, until now." The ship emerged from jump space near a large planet. It was mostly red and brown with small blue oceans. Several moons orbited it, each with visible structures built on them. "Valkyria," Krazak said with pride. "Home of the warrior race." As they descended toward the planet, they saw massive cities built like fortresses. Everything was designed for defense and military efficiency. Even the farms were organized in tactical patterns. Their ship landed at a large military base. When the humans stepped out, they felt the heavy gravity immediately. 1.3 times Earth standard, Dr. Murphy said, checking his device. "No wonder they're so strong." They were taken to a large building with the Valkyrian medical symbol on it. Inside, they were shocked by what they saw. Hundreds of Valkyrian warriors lay on beds, their gray skin tinged blue, struggling to breathe. "It progresses quickly," said Zarkath, who met them at the entrance. "First weakness, then breathing problems, then internal bleeding." "How many affected?" Dr. Garcia asked. "Nearly 1/3 of our warrior caste," Zarkath admitted. "And spreading." Olivia moved to the nearest patient, scanning him with her medical device. "We need to set up our equipment immediately." As the human doctors worked, Krazak explained more about Valkyrian biology to them. "We evolved as apex predators. Our bodies naturally fight off most diseases and heal most wounds, which means your medical science never needed to develop," Dr. Murphy realized. "Correct. Our scientists focused on weapons, ships, enhancers. Medicine was for the weak. Now that natural advantage has become a weakness," Dr. Garcia said. "This disease seems specifically designed to attack your natural healing abilities." Zarkath, who had been listening nearby, stepped closer. "Designed? You mean created deliberately?" The doctors exchanged looks. "It's possible," Olivia said carefully. "The pattern suggests it was engineered, not natural." Zarkath's yellow eyes flashed, with anger. "Who would dare attack the Valkyrian Empire this way?" Krazak looked troubled. "Many would wish us harm, Supreme Commander. We have made many enemies." Outside the window, they could see the Valkyrian capital city stretching to the horizon. The greatest warrior civilization in the galaxy was now facing an enemy it couldn't fight with weapons. Only human medicine might save them now. For 3 days, the human doctors worked without stopping. They set up their equipment in the Valkyrian medical facility, converting a military building into a research lab. Dr. Melissa Garcia ran test after test on blood samples from sick warriors. Dr. Alan Murphy mapped the progression of the disease. Dr. Olivia Powell coordinated their efforts, working closely with Treacle to understand Valkyrian biology better. The disease targets the regeneration cells specifically, Olivia explained to Supreme Commander Zarkath. They stood in the makeshift lab, looking at scan results on a large screen. It turns your natural healing ability against you. Zarkath's face showed rare concern. Can you stop it? We're trying, but we need more information about how Valkyrian healing works, Olivia said. Your medical records are limited. Krazak, who had been helping translate medical terms, looked uncomfortable. As I explained, medicine was not valued. Our records focus on enhancement, not healing. There might be another source, Treacle said quietly. Everyone turned to look at him. What source? Zarkath demanded. Treacle hesitated. The healers of old ways. They are not well regarded. Speak plainly, Zarkath ordered. Some Valkyrians secretly studied healing arts against our cultural norms. They were considered weak, shameful. They work in hidden places helping those who cannot heal naturally. Zarkath's eyes narrowed. This is forbidden knowledge. But it might save your people, Olivia pointed out. After a tense silence, Zarkath nodded. Find these healers. Bring them here. 2 hours later, an elderly Valkyrian was escorted into the lab. His horns were worn down with age, and he walked with a slight limp. He looked fearfully at Zarkath. Supreme Commander, I am Voxnar. I meant no disrespect to our ways. Spare me your excuses, Zarkath interrupted. These humans say you may have knowledge that could help fight the disease. Voxnar looked surprised, then turned to study the humans with interest. You seek my help? We need to understand how Valkyrian healing works at its most basic level, Dr. Garcia explained. Our treatments aren't working because we don't fully understand your biology. Voxnar moved to the screens displaying the test results. I have studied our healing processes for 60 years, in secret, of course. He pointed to certain cell structures. These are what you need to understand. Our healing cells have 3 stages of development. The disease attacks them at the 2nd stage. Over the next hours, Voxnar shared his knowledge. He brought out old books and records kept hidden for generations. The human doctors were amazed by the depth of his understanding. Your people did develop medical science, Dr. Murphy said. It was just underground. Necessity forced us to learn, Voxnar explained. Not all Valkyrians heal naturally from every injury. Some are born with weaker healing abilities. They were considered unworthy warriors, but we helped them secretly. With Voxnar's knowledge, the team made rapid progress. They identified the exact mechanism of the disease and began testing possible treatments. It's definitely engineered, Dr. Garcia confirmed, looking up from her microscope. This disease was created specifically to attack Valkyrians. By whom? Krazak asked. The molecular structure suggests Mavari technology, Voxnar said quietly. They are known for biological weapons. Zarkath slammed his fist on a table. The Mavari Consortium, they have long resented our dominance. This is an act of war. Focus on the cure first, Olivia urged. War can wait. By the 6th day on Valkyria, they had developed a promising treatment approach. It combined human medical technology with Voxnar's traditional Valkyrian healing methods. They tested it on a small group of infected warriors. The results were encouraging. The blue tinge faded from the patient's skin. Their breathing improved. It's working, Dr. Murphy said, checking the vital signs of the test group. Voxnar smiled for the first time. The old ways and the new working together. News spread quickly through the medical facility. Hope began to replace fear. But not everyone was pleased with this development. In another part of the city, a group of Valkyrian traditionalists met in secret. Humans changing our ways? Unacceptable, their leader said. This must be stopped. Now. The treatment was working. After 10 days on Valkyria, the human doctors had treated over 100 warriors. Most showed clear improvement. Dr. Olivia Powell felt hopeful as she reviewed patient charts with Dr. Alan Murphy. "If we can produce enough of the medicine, we could treat everyone within a month," she said. "The Valkyrians are already setting up production facilities," Alan replied. "They learn quickly when motivated." The door opened and a tall human in a military uniform entered. "Dr. Powell? I'm General Ryan Foster, Earth Military Command." Olivia frowned. "We weren't expecting military oversight, General." "Just here to observe and assist," Foster said with a smile that didn't reach his eyes. "Earth wants to ensure this. New relationship with the Valkyrians goes smoothly." Something about his tone made Olivia uncomfortable, but she had no time to dwell on it. An emergency call came from the main treatment area. When she arrived, she found one of the patients having a severe reaction to the treatment. His body was shaking, and blue foam leaked from his mouth. "What happened?" she asked the Valkyrian medical assistant. He was stable, then suddenly collapsed after the new batch of medicine was administered. Olivia checked the medicine vial. Something seemed off. She quickly took a sample for testing. Later that night, in the lab, Olivia stared at her test results in disbelief. "This can't be right." "What is it?" Dr. Garcia asked, looking up from her work. "The new batch of medicine has been modified. There's a compound that causes dependency. The warriors would need more doses every few days or they'd get worse." "But who would—" Dr. Garcia stopped as understanding dawned on her face. "I need to find Krazak," Olivia said. She found him in the training yard with other recovered warriors. Even as he exercised, he kept his data pad nearby, studying human medical texts. "The medicine has been tampered with," Olivia told him quietly. His yellow eyes widened. "Are you certain?" "Yes. Someone added a compound to make the warriors dependent on continuous treatment." "Who would do this?" "I think it might be General Foster," Olivia admitted. "He arrived today and the problem started right after." Krazak growled low in his throat. "If a human is betraying us—" "Not all humans," Olivia said quickly. "And we don't have proof yet." As they spoke, a loud explosion shook the building. Alarms blared throughout the facility. "The medicine production area," someone shouted. They ran toward the smoke. Security guards were already there, surrounding a Valkyrian in traditional armor who held a detonator. "Levsha," Krazak said, recognizing the warrior. "What have you done?" "Saved our people from dependency on humans," Levsha growled. "Better to die as true Valkyrians than live as weaklings needing outside help." Supreme Commander Zarkath pushed through the crowd. "You destroy our best hope of survival because of pride?" "Not just pride," came a voice from behind them. "General." Foster walked up, his face calm despite the chaos. He had help. Olivia felt cold. "You work together?" "A temporary alliance," Foster said. "Earth wants the Valkyrians weakened, dependent on our medicine. The extremists want no human involvement at all. I simply help them take action." Zarkath's face darkened with rage. "You will both pay for this treachery." "The production facility is destroyed," Levsha said proudly. "The formula is lost." "No, it isn't," Olivia said firmly. "We still have our knowledge, our samples, and our notes. We can rebuild." "Not if we stop you," Foster said, reaching for a weapon. He never completed the movement. Krazak moved with blinding speed, disarming the general with one hand while restraining Levsha with the other. "You misunderstand Valkyrians," Krazak told Foster. "We value strength wherever we find it. These human doctors have shown more strength than you can imagine." Guards took Foster and Levsha away. Zarkath turned to Olivia. "Can you truly recreate the treatment?" "Yes," she said, "and this time we'll make sure it's pure." Through the window they could see more sick warriors being brought to the facility. The fight was far from over, but for the first time, Olivia believed they would win. 2 months later, Dr. Olivia Powell stood in the grand ceremonial hall of the Valkyrian High Command. The massive room was filled with Valkyrian warriors in formal armor. their weapons displayed proudly. At the front, Supreme Commander Zarkath sat on an elevated throne made from the metals of conquered enemy ships. Never before have outsiders stood in this hall, Krazak whispered to Olivia. This is a great honor. The human medical team had succeeded beyond all expectations. After the sabotage attempt, they had quickly recreated the treatment and improved it. Production facilities now operated around the clock. Over 80% of infected warriors had recovered, and the spread of the disease had stopped completely. Commander Eric Daniels and Admiral Vincent Lawson stood with the medical team. General Foster had been sent back to Earth under guard, facing serious charges for his actions. Today we acknowledge a debt. Zarkath's powerful voice filled the hall. For 10,000 years Valkyrians have conquered. We have never bowed, never shown weakness, never accepted help. The warriors thumped their chest plates in agreement. Yet when faced with an enemy we could not fight with weapons, we learned that there are different kinds of strength. Zarkath stood and walked down to where the humans waited. Dr. Olivia Powell stepped forward. Olivia moved forward, feeling small among the tall Valkyrians. Your medicine saved my people when our ways failed. You showed us that healing is not weakness. It is another form of strength. Zarkath lifted a ceremonial blade. For a moment, Olivia felt nervous, but Krazak gave her a reassuring nod. With this blade, I mark you as Valkyrian friend, the highest honor ever given to a non-warrior. Zarkath used the blade to cut a small symbol into a metal plate, then handed it to Olivia. The metal was surprisingly light. From this day forward, Valkyrian warriors will trust human doctors with their injured. Our medics will train with yours. We will share knowledge. The warriors thumped their chest plates again, louder this time. After the ceremony, a great feast was held. Valkyrians and humans ate together, sharing stories and knowledge. Dr. Alan Murphy discussed biology with Voxnar, now openly recognized as a valuable keeper of medical knowledge. Dr. Melissa Garcia talked with Trikel about training programs for new Valkyrian healers. Olivia found Krazak looking out over the capital city from a high balcony. The setting sun turned the red planet even deeper crimson. Your people learn quickly, she said, joining him. We are warriors. Adaptation is survival. He turned to her. Already the first Valkyrian Medical Academy is being built. Voxnar will lead it. And what about you? Olivia asked. Will you return to commanding warships? Krazak looked down at the datapad in his hand. It contained human medical texts he had been studying. I am considering a different path. Perhaps I can be both warrior and healer, the first of a new kind of Valkyrian. That would be revolutionary, Olivia said. Indeed, but revolution is sometimes necessary. He looked at the medical symbol now displayed alongside military insignia on his armor. Our encounter with your ship changed everything. Below them, in the city, they could see the new medical centers being built. Young Valkyrians who once would have only trained with weapons now also studied healing arts. The Mevari thought they could destroy us with disease, Krazak said. Instead, they made us stronger by forcing us to change. Admiral Lawson approached. Them. Dr. Powell, the Earth Council has approved an ongoing medical exchange program. They're calling it the Valkyrian Human Health Initiative. That's wonderful news, Olivia said. The first joint training facility will be established next month, Lawson continued. They want you to lead it. Olivia looked at Krazak, who nodded in approval. As the three of them looked out over the Valkyrian capital, ships from both worlds moved through the darkening sky. For thousands of years, the galaxy had feared Valkyrian warriors. Now, those same fearsome warriors would work alongside human doctors. It was a new beginning for both species, and for the galaxy itself.